What's going on, people? This is Basar on this account, and here right now to just tell you my opinion on something I just heard. WWE has apparently dropped 2 of their pay-per-views and replaced them with 2 more. Now, when I first read this, the only thing I saw WWE has dropped 2 pay-per-views. I thought this was a good thing, since I preferred a 12 pay-per-view year as opposed to a 14 pay-per-view, 14, 15, 16 pay-per-view year, just because, like the build-up for the pay-per-views has become, like, pretty useless unless it's full of rematches, which again becomes pretty useless. And the fact of the matter is that pay-per-views cost money, and nowadays in this kind of time, it's not a good thing to have that many pay-per-views a month. They should have just stuck to 12, but that's beside the point. The point is this: they replaced 2 of their pay-per-views with 2 other pay-per-views. They no longer have Cyber Sunday. It is now called, I believe, Annihilation. Annihilation. That's what it's called. Now, I don't know for sure if it still has the same Cyber Sunday. It might. It may still have like the same Cyber Sunday formula, where like you can vote for the matches or who's facing the champion, blah blah. If it does still have that stipulation, I don't mind it. It's only a name change. But if it's just like another random like Judgment Day or No Mercy kind of pay-per-view, then there was no point in doing that, since I did like the Cyber Sunday concept, and I think it's a stupid idea to just remove it, right? So. And the other pay-per-view, they have replaced WWE No Mercy. And that pay-per-view is now called Hell in the Cell, which apparently, and by the name officially, means that just like Breaking Point has the main events, or whatever, Tap Out Point, or whatever the hell it's called, the one that replaced Unforgiven, just like that pay-per-view is going to have all submission type stipulation matches for their main events. Hell in the Cell, guess what kind of matches they're going to have for their main events? Oh yeah, Hell in the Cell matches. This fucking sucks. I'm saying this right now. This fucking sucks for 2 reasons, at least. 1, Hell in a Cell match is meant to be the big payoff match. That means that when a feud's gone on for a really long time and the people really love it, we want a Hell in a Cell match to end it. Good examples of this being Undertaker and Edge recently, Batista and Triple H more recently, Undertaker and Orton, Triple H and Shawn Michaels. We want the Hell in a Cell match to end the feud. And now they're just going to throw random Hell in a Cell matches together. That's not cool. I don't like that. Like I said, a Hell in a Cell match should be just for ending feuds. Like it's the big payoff match. Like I said, it's the match that everyone looks forward to. When a feud starts and starts to really get personal, you're going like, oh, I hope they have that Hell in a Cell match at the end of it. Now it's become the Elimination Chamber again, because we all know now that the official Elimination Chamber date is No Way Out, and we know it's not going to happen again for the rest of the year. It might, but it's very, very unlikely that's going to happen again for the rest of the year. And now we have the same thing with Hell in a Cell. We don't have like Hell in a Cell also used to be a good thing because it was a mystery. When are they going to have it? When's it going to be done? Right now, it's no longer a mystery. It's going to be like, okay, they're going to have a Hell in a Cell match at the pay-per-view now called Hell in a Cell, formerly known as No Mercy. So, so they're obviously going to build up some kind of feuds till then, and that's probably going to be the Hell in a Cell match. So there's no more mystery left in it. I don't like that one bit. So, and the second reason, if I haven't already explained it in that little rant there, is because Hell in a Cell matches should come one at a time. The Elimination Chamber matches, when I heard that they were going to do 2 on the same night, I didn't like it. And back at No Way Out 2008, it was fairly obvious that the Raw one really overshadowed the SmackDown one. This year, they did a lot better, since both chamber matches were great. But I think you get my drift on this one here. That's probably going to mean, like, we're going to have one Hell in a Cell match to open the show, and that Hell in a Cell match probably going to be like the throwaway Hell in a Cell match, which a Hell in a Cell match should never be. I thought Undertaker Big Boss Man taught us that much. And and it's it'll probably be like the lesser known one, the one that was just thrown on there because that was the name of the pay-per-view. And then we'll have the main event Hell in a Cell, which for lucky will be like a great match. and be the blow off to at least a bigger feud, right? So I don't like this idea one bit. Like, you know, one Hell in a Cell match on a show is all we need. Like, you know, like 2 cage matches on one show never worked. I don't think it ever worked. The 2 chamber matches have gotten better, but I honestly don't think in my mind that 2 Hell in a Cell matches on one night can work, since there's only so much you can really do in a Hell in a Cell match, right? You know, maybe one, they go outside the cage and tease go into the top, or like again or something like that, but you know, there's only so much you can do. So I don't think that having more than 1 Hell in a Cell match on a night is a very good idea at all. Plus, the first Hell in a Cell match could probably steal all the spots that the second one's going to do, and then when you watch the second one, you're going to be seeing the same kind of match again. Unless they do, like, you know, an Armageddon Hell in a Cell, like, or a 6-man Hell in a Cell, and then a one-on-one Hell in a Cell. If they do that, that might be fine. But still, I don't like the idea of the Hell in a Cell match not being the feud-ending kind of match anymore. It's good in a little bit of a way, you know, seeing as, you know, we'll at least get to see 1 Hell in a Cell match every year. But we already get that. I think the last year since the match, I think the only year since the match was invented that there wasn't a Hell in a Cell match was 2001. I think that was the only year since the match has been invented that there hasn't been at least 1 Hell in a Cell match. So, you know, I honestly don't get why they did this. I don't. You know, I still think to this day that the idea of an all submission pay-per-view, or at least the main event matches, submission type matches, you know, I thought that was pretty stupid. And now I think this is even more stupid. Like I said, Hell in a Cell matches should be the blow-off match. And I guess so much for Triple H and Randy Orton Hell in a Cell match at SummerSlam. I really wanted to see that. I thought that would be the perfect end for their feud, and they could have gone on from there. But so much for that. I guess feud might drag out even longer till No Mercy. But, oh, God. Like I said, this was just a very, very, very poor mistake. And I hope this is just one of those one-year pay-per-views, kind of like Bad Blood was back in 2003, and then after like a year or two it just vanished. I hope the same thing happens with this one, since I don't think it's going to work out. And it's fairly obvious that WWE wants to convert all of its pay-per-views to have more of a theme with each of them. You know, like Royal Rumble has the Royal Rumble match, No Way Out has the Chambers, WrestleMania is WrestleMania, Backlash is the WrestleMania like rematches kind of thing. Judgment Day is another one they're probably going to tweak for next year or get rid of. I prefer they get rid of it and put Extreme Rules in its place. Extreme Rules is like the all-hardcore show. The Bash again, they have no real use for. It's probably going to end up being just their midway show. That's probably why they moved it and switched it around. It's going to be their midway show, so it doesn't really need a theme. It's just, you know, it's the halfway point of the year, so I guess that's what they're going to do with it. Night of Champions is every single title defended. I like that concept, I just want to say. The pay-per-views haven't been good so far, but I do like that concept. SummerSlam is one of the big four again. Then they got Tap Out, all submission. Then they got Hell in a Cell, which is an all Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Then they got Annihilation, which hopefully keeps the Cyber Sunday way of doing things. They got Survivor Series, again a big four pay-per-view, and then they got Armageddon, and Armageddon is their closing pay-per-view of the year, which means like it wraps up everything and starts new stuff. Like, so it has a point of being there. So I guess they want to start having their own theme pay-per-views, and while in some ways that works for them, i.e. Cyber Sunday and Night of Champions and Extreme Rules, I think that this Hell in a Cell one is going to backfire mad on them, and I don't like this one bit. And that's what all I got to say about that. I will be on tomorrow to give you my Bash review. I apologize. A lot of people have been asking me about why I didn't do another top 10. And I was going to do a top 10 of the WCW pay-per-view Great American Bash matches, but this week has been completely cluster-effed for me, so I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't get around to doing it. When I post my review tomorrow on my other account, I will put my top 10 Great American Bash matches, WCW Great American Bash matches, in the description box for you guys to see if you want to see them. So, yeah. All in all, that's about all I got to say. And just a friendly word of advice, don't see Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. It fucking sucked. Peace out.